that buck has no tolerance for pressure. So yeah, that's actually a really great question because pressure was a big factor with this guy. I like to call it situational conditioning because every situation and every buck is different and they're conditioned through their experiences like you're also conditioned. So you go into quick example, like, like big farms out here in the Midwest, we'll just say Midwest whitetail, their bucks, they don't receive that pressure. So they just react differently. And you get more of an opportunity to maybe bump them or push them or leave ground scent or blow your wind in a bad direction, where a lot of times you really have to kind of play that game and fill out these bucks on public land to determine, have they grown up in that lucky pocket that they haven't experienced that pressure, or what's their attitude toward it as well. And you can distinguish quite a bit of that based on, trail cameras. Do you have a buck coming in, or you hanging your camera low or even high? Do you have a buck coming in and he have a picture on the camera looking at the camera, but then he comes back in? Well, that buck obviously doesn't care too much. So probably, he might still be pressured, but that buck has a higher tolerance versus, there's pictures of bucks, mature bucks, where they come in, you get one picture of them, they see the camera, they disappear, and they never pop into that corridor again. That buck has no tolerance for pressure. So determining that level of what that individual buck can handle is a major factor, but also determining, the outside pressures and where they're accessing. And sometimes, I've seen areas that the back door is a well-known back door into a bedding area. And even though that's technically the best entrance to that spot, it's such high pressure that I've actually come in from, a less desirable way, but it's different. It's just about doing something slightly different. But again, it's just going to come down to understanding the pressure of an area, which is going to require you either monitoring it with cameras, like cameras on main trail systems, plus obviously I was out there, so I can see how many cameras are out there. Human tracks, that gets me an idea of the human pressure. How far am I from like a metropolitan area, whatnot? That, again, human pressure idea. And then starting to key in on that buck's specific characteristics, how leery he is